girl, can we wrap this up? Bristol was getting on my nerves, okay? She was really pissing me off. Y'all, that book shattered me. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. So let's talk about all the books we read in January, because y'all know, like, I always say I'm a new book girly, but I'm a returning book girly. That's what we're gonna say. So if you hear my kids in the background, sorry. I read a lot of books. I finished 5 books in January. One of them I had started before the new year came, and I finished it like right after the new year, and then I started another one before that. I didn't finish until the beginning of this month, February. So we're just gonna say 5 books. And mostly what I read, honestly, was Throne of Glass. I wrapped that up. So I read Heir of Fire, so book 3, and I gave that one 4 stars. I got Goodreads pulled up because I be forgetting. There's Queen of Shadows, which was one of my favorites so far. I gave that one 5 stars. Crown of Midnight, I gave 4 stars. Empire of Storms, I gave 4 stars as well. And then Tower of Dawn, I gave 4 stars. And then I kind of put a pin into reading like the Throne of Glass series, just because I was like so engulfed. And I was like, bro, this series is so long, but also I just need a mental break. Like, I just need a break. I need a break from Selena. I need a break from all the drama. I need a break from this love hexagon at this point, because like, what is really happening? Yeah, I just needed a break. So I kind of put a pin in that, but I think I'm gonna get back to it probably next month, like in March. And then the last book I read, which was just a completely different like vibe, but something I was really excited about, was another Kennedy Ryan book, because y'all know me and Kennedy got together real bad. If you watched our last video, you already know. It was Coming Home, and anyways, so it was a second chance romance, and basically there's this girl and guy that met in college, and then they just never dated, never got together, and pretty much like they had like a moment together, but it never went forward, and they went their separate ways, became adults, started their own lives, whatever. And then for our homecoming week, or yeah, for the weekend of homecoming or whatever, they interacted again. They had this event, and pretty much it was just them coming back to like their feelings and realizing, like, you know, like, I want to be with you. It was super cute. A very adorable book. I gave that one 5 stars. I will say, like, I wanted more. I was so giddy like reading this book, and I was just like, oh, it's just like, it gives you all the feels, but I wanted more. I was like, bro, tell me what else happened. Where else are we going from here? And it was, I mean, I guess it was kind of like, it didn't really need more. I just wanted more, but whatever. So far with like Throne of Glass, I will say it's a lot going on. Like, y'all. And I think I've enjoyed Throne of Glass so much so far is because it kind of has like 3 different entities, and that, like, for the first couple of books they weren't crossing over. It was kind of just like no crossover. I was like, okay, I don't really know where we're going with this, but we'll see. And then the further along you get into the series, it's like, okay, wait a minute. And it's now, as I'm like kind of approaching towards the end of the series. I think I have like 2 or 3 books left. It's coming full circle, and I'm realizing like, okay, this is what happened in her past. This is what happened in her childhood. Like, we're actually understanding what's taking place. And then we're also getting like more character development with some of the lesser main characters. So like, I don't want to spoil anything. So at one point, Selena basically helped someone, and she didn't help them with like the intention of them ever paying her back or repaying her, anything of that nature. She was just like, you know, pay it forward to someone else. And her doing that completely like transforms things as we move forward into the series. And you can't not love her. You can be scared of her, you can feel like, okay, maybe you could be a little bit better, you're also like a little bit of a B word, but like in general, overall, like she has a very good heart, and she just wants peace. She just wants like everybody to just do their thing, and basically she just want to be left alone. But I don't know, she's just such a transformative like person. And then as we learn more about K-All, and after, you know, he has certain things transpire. Because I didn't really like K-All, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. K-All was like kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. But with the last book, with Tower of Dawn, I was like, okay. I mean, you still kind of suck a little bit, but like, I see it, I can understand. And I don't know, y'all. I do enjoy the series. I will say that I enjoy the series, but I think personally I like ACOTAR better. I do. I think Throne of Glass was a little bit overhyped, I'm not gonna lie. It's good, but like, did it need to be 55 books? Nah, I mean, granted, I'm over exaggerating, but still, like, girl, can we wrap this up? So I think that's why I just needed a break, because I was getting tired of it and everything was kind of just falling together, and I was just like, at this point I'm just existing, and I could feel myself entering a funk, and I didn't want to do that. Yes, those are the 6 books that I read in January. Now let's get into what we're reading in February, because I'm super excited. I've already read like 2 books now, right? Yeah, so I've already read 2 books so far. And it was well, technically 3, actually, technically 3, but 1 was a novella. So, but Kennedy Ryan again, and it was the Grip series. Y'all, I loved it. Oh my gosh. Now, yes, I've already read 3 books. Yes, we're only, what, 5 days into the new year now? 5 days. But so good. And I'm surprised that people did, like, some people didn't rate it as highly, and I just don't. I think for parts of it maybe have been a little bit triggering because of like the social issues that are addressed in the book. But it's so good. It's so good. It does start out a little, Bristol was getting on my nerves, okay? She was really pissing me off because I was like, girl, like, either you're gonna give him a chance or you're gonna leave him alone. What are you gonna do? It was really getting on my nerves, but it worked out. And then book 2, y'all, that book shattered me, okay? Shattered me. Like, I mean, gave me all the feels. Like, I was angry, I was heartbroken, I was devastated. I was about to cry in the gym. I was gonna cry in the gym reading this book because, like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I will say, yeah, that one was a hard one. I loved it though. Like, I gave that one 5 stars for sure. That one got 5 stars. And that one's called Still. So Still, which is book 2 in the series, got 5 stars. Grip, which is the first book in the series, I gave that one like 3.5 because Bristol was getting on my nerves. And then the prequel to the series, which kind of just gives their whole backstory of Grip and Bristol and how they met and all that different stuff. I actually read that one last. It was cool. It was cute. I mean, I don't know. I get it was a prequel, but I just also feel like it could have been a little bit better. So I'm gonna say maybe like 3.5. Like, you really don't need to read it because you kind of get like the gist of everything in the other two books. But I guess so you can have like more backstory about what is that man? What is that boy name? Reese. So you can have more backstory about Reese and Bristol's relationship with their parents. It's important that you read it because like you're like, okay, but why do you hate them? Or like, what, there has to be more to this, and like that there has to be more to this. It's explained in the prequel. So yes, that was that. And then I'm currently reading Black Girls Must Die Exhausted, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Black Girls Must Die Exhausted. And then I had started reading A Love Song for Ricky Wilde, but honestly I don't know if I'm gonna finish that this month. I kind of like put a pin in that one, and I think it's just I'm just not in the mental space for that. I don't know, it's a little bit of a slower read, and I think I'm just not there right now, and I'm in the mood for something different. So I'm reading Black Girls Must Die Exhausted, and then after I finish that one, because I'm like halfway through that one right now, I'm gonna read Black Girls Must Be Magic. Super excited. And I got this for Christmas. My mother-in-law got this for me, and I don't know, I'm excited to read it. I will say so far Black Girls Must Die Exhausted is like, it's good, but it's parts of it that's really pissing me off, and I think it's making me mad. At this point I'm like, everything's making me mad, it's pissing me off, but it's triggering because why are you wasting that girl time? Like, oh my gosh. I will say some of the themes in that book overlap with some of what I read in Grip. So the social issues of racism or racial inequality or prejudices and things of that nature, they kind of overlap. So I did kind of have to like hone in and focus on one book after a little while because I started to mentally overlap them. But Black Girls Must Die Exhausted, so far I really like it. But I just, y'all, if something happens to Granny Tab, I'm gonna lose it. Okay, I'm gonna lose it. So hopefully that's not the case. But after I finish the Black Girls Must Be, is it a trilogy? I think it's a trilogy, y'all. Nope, I think it's just these two actually. Yeah, I think it's just these two. So after I finish that, I'm gonna read Legendborn because I've been seeing this everywhere, and honestly, because I've been like into fantasy type books lately anyways, I'm super excited. And look at the cover. Okay, look at the cover. So I got one of my mom friends and one of my best friends to also pick it up and read it with me, and pretty much it's saying some legacies are meant to be broken. After her mother dies in an accident, 16-year-old Bree Matthews wants nothing to do with her family memories of childhood home. A residential program for bright high schoolers at UNC Chapel Hill. That's up the street from me. Seems like the perfect escape until Bree witnesses a magical attack at her very first night on campus. A flying demon feeding on human energies, a secret society of so-called legend-born students that hunt the creatures down, and a mysterious teenage mage who calls himself a Merlin and who attempts and fails to wipe Bree's memory of everything she saw. This is gonna be good. So I'm excited. I didn't read y'all The Black Girl Must Be Magic, but The Black Girl Must Die Exhausted, pretty much with The Black Girl Must Die Exhausted, and I'm reading it on my Kindle, so I don't have the physical book for that one. But for that book, pretty much Tabitha is like just trying to reach all the things where she's having a hard time. So like, she comes from a divorced family. She's a news reporter and trying to get this promotion, and she's like competing with this with this man. I don't want to like give too much details or whatever. And then she's dating this guy, and you know, her goal is marriage and to have a family. And then she gets news from her doctor that pretty much her biological clock is shorter than what she was anticipating. So she's kind of just going through all of these different things and trying to navigate it all. She doesn't really have a relationship with her dad or her dad's new family because of all the things that transpired between her parents. She's really close to her dad's mom, her grandma, who she's named after, so Granny Tab. And she's just trying to work through life as a black woman, and she's just like, I'm tired of people getting on my nerves. I'm tired of people playing in my face. I'm tired of people trying to make me feel like I don't deserve everything I'm working hard for or that I'm aiming towards. And so that's pretty much where we are with that and like what that's about. And then Black Girls Must Be Magic, it says for Tapical author, girl, can you read? For Tapical can I read? Clearly, because I didn't read like 6 books, but still, like, Jesus. For Tabitha Walker, her grandma's a dodge. Black Girls Must Die Exhausted is becoming all too true. Discovering she's pregnant after she was told she may not be able to have biological children, Tabitha throws herself headfirst into the world of single mothers by choice. Between her job, doctor's appointments, and preparing for the baby, she's worn out. And that's before her boss at the local news station starts getting complaints from viewers about Tabitha's natural hair. I don't want to read too much more of the back because it's kind of ruining what's happening in the book I'm currently reading. But yeah, I'm excited about this. And then after that, I think I'm going to read When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. I'm super excited. It's a psychological thriller. It says Sydney Green is Brooklyn born and raised, but her beloved neighborhood seems to change every time she blinks. Condos are sprouting up like weeds. For sale signs are popping up overnight, and the neighbors she's known all her life are disappearing. To hold on to her community's past and present, Sydney channels her frustration into a walking tour and finds an unlikely and unwanted assistant in one of the new arrivals to the block, her neighbor Theo. But Sydney and Theo's deep dive into history quickly becomes a dizzying descent into paranoia and fear. Their neighbors may not have moved to the suburbs after all, and the push to revitalize the community may be more deadly than advertised. I live for a thriller. So when I say I'm excited, okay? And then the last book I'm probably going to read this month is By the Book, which is clearly a romance. It says, sometimes to truly know a person, you have to read between the lines. Isabel is completely lost when she first began her career in publishing after college. She did not expect to be 25, still living at home and one of the few black employees at her publishing house. Overworked and underpaid, constantly torn between speaking up for stifling herself, Izzy thinks there must be more to this publishing life. So when she overhears her boss complaining about a beastly high-profile author who has failed to deliver his long-awaited manuscript, Isabel sees an opportunity to prove her worth and finally get the recognition she deserves. All she has to do is go to the author's Santa Barbara mansion and give him a pep talk or 3. How hard could it be? But Izzy quickly finds out she is in over her head. Bo Towers is not some celebrity lightweight writing a tell-all memoir. He is jaded and withdrawn, and it turns out just as lost as Izzy. But despite his standoffishness, Izzy needs Bo to deliver, and with her encouragement, his story begins to spill onto the page. They soon discover they have more in common than either of them expected, and as their deadline nears, Izzy and Bo begin to realize there may be something there that wasn't there before. So it just sounds like a cute little romance book. It's not that big. It's like, almost 300 pages. So those are going to be the 5 other books that I read this month. But yeah, I'm excited, y'all. Happy Black History Month. And let me know in the comments, have you read any of these? What do you think? Have you read any of the Sarah J Maas books? Have you read Throne of Glass? And did you finish it or did you DNF it? Because I've been seeing a lot of people saying they DNF'd it. But yeah, what else we reading is like, what else we reading? What else do I need to put on my TBR? Because I think after I finish these, like, I don't have as many books. Like, I got plenty of books saved on my Kindle, but that's not what we're talking about. So let me know what we're reading next, and I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.